Welcome and thanks so much for joining us here on the Owatonna Today Show. I'm Deb Gillard, your host of the program, and today is Monday, April 30th, the last day of April for us as we flip the calendar tomorrow over to the month of May, and that's going to signal a little more spring. Of course, we just got through kind of a wet and cold and dreary and sort of icky kind of weekend, but typical of spring in this time of the year, and certainly in Minnesota it is, of course, and so, but we hope you had a great weekend, whatever you were doing out and about, if you were, or inside and enjoying whatever you had going on this weekend. We're so pleased you're with us, whether it is on Charter Channel 8, cable TV in the Owatonna area, or of course the several ways you can find us out on the internet. You can go ahead and just Google us if you want, and it'll probably point you in one of several different directions. We're out there on YouTube, Blip TV, and also we have a Facebook page. So go ahead and on Facebook and like us. You'll get notification when the new shows come up, and we're happy to have you join us that way as well. And of course, please take note of our email address and our cell phone number on the screen throughout the course of the program. If you have information to get to us, if you'd like to suggest a guest or a show topic, or you have info to pass along at the end of the program where we announce community events. We have a very good show for you today. We're going to be heading out first on location. As we promised last week, we were talking to folks from the History Center, and we said we'd be there at the ribbon cutting, and we were. It was a very exciting day for the History Center last Thursday, and we were on hand to show you a little bit of that. After that, we'll be back in studio with Ruth Torres from Centro Campesino talking about Cinco de Mayo, and that's right around the corner. So we'll take this break and we'll head out on location. Please stay with us.
I'm Dan Branstead of Carlson Branstead & Company, Certified Public Accountants. We support the Owatonna Today Show.
Greetings from the site of your History Center. As you can see, construction is almost completed, and we expect to begin moving in during January. We still need your help to raise the funds needed to burn the mortgage and reimburse our investors. We hope you'll consider a donation towards this new chapter in Steele County history today.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress. Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities. Recording right now.
Hey, almost there.
We might have to get a real scissors.
We might have to. At some point they'll get it done. Yeah, we need a real
Historical Society, and it's with great pride and pleasure that I welcome you to your History Center. We did it. Congratulations. This has been truly a labor of love for many. It's been an incredible show of generosity and work and help from all areas of the county and beyond, and we can be very proud of what has been accomplished, and I'm so happy to welcome you all here today. I'd like to personally thank our board of directors and our staff, Dodie, Shar, Dan, for all going way above and beyond as they have in the past and continue to do. So thank you to all of them. And I'd like to introduce our board president now, Ken Henriksen, and he's going to take you through the rest of the program. And enjoy. Thank you.
I'm going to make this brief. I did it. It's my building. It's been a lot of time and a lot of effort. It's cost me a lot of money, but it's my building. I did it. And then we're going to take the next few minutes. Those of you in the back, I apologize that you don't have a chair to sit in because this could drag out for a while. But we do have padded chairs up here. There are a couple more seats. So with that, I'm going to tell you what we're going to do, and then we're going to do it. We're going to talk about how this project came about and when the players to this project become involved with it. Following that, we're going to have a very nice presentation by the Donnell family. And stick around for that, because that'll be right here too. You know, there's the Donnell house over in the village of yesteryear, so that will follow this immediately. So tonight at 7 o'clock, there is a roundtable discussion. It's the first one of its kind here at the village. It will involve really how preserving the history in the county started. A group of people got together. They had to be in the county by such and such a date in the early 1800s, and they called themselves a settlers organization. And so they got together with the idea that we need to preserve what it was like to be a settler in Steele County when we came in and pioneered this area. Certainly the churches became involved with that, the newspapers, and in this county, the ethnic and social clubs were involved. There will be short speeches, short deliveries on each one of those subjects tonight, and then it'll be open up for a discussion amongst the group to share your experiences. If you've done any kind of genealogy, if you get the paper in the morning and you turn to the obituaries to see if you read it, those kinds of things, those are very important in how this thing evolved over the years. So join us at 7 o'clock in the Wanger room, if you would. It'll be a fun and interesting evening. If you are members, and there's a membership application for those of you that aren't, it's a free. It's part of the package of what you can experience in this building. If it's not, it's $2. How about an evening of entertainment for $2? Can't do that for very many places. Settlers organization of the late 1800s was really the genesis or the start of the desire to preserve Steele County's past. Today, in every community in the county, there are organizations doing that. There are the churches, there are the centennial and bicentennial organizations that do that, and there are societies that are actually doing that. For example, the Medford Group, and then the Heritage Society out of Allendale. Certainly Wilmington Prairie is involved as well. So it's very important that that happen. I'd like to point out something that probably was the main focus on getting this building up and done, and that's the 2 archival storage rooms, which you see to your right. Now that we have those, we have a place in the county to preserve those artifacts, those documents, those textiles, those precious things that are time sensitive to heat, humidity. They can be safely stored in those rooms. So it's the first time in the history of the county that that's available. So we're looking forward, and all those communities have been very active in the process of building this building. but it's an exciting time to have that available. This is a wonderful facility, and we're going to talk about that today. We're going to celebrate it today because this is the 17th building that Steele County Historical Society now owns. Actually, it's 18th if we count the outhouse in the village. It's probably not as important as it used to be during the 1850s to the 1920s, but it's an important building. So we're going to say it's the 18th building today. And there have been a lot of starts and stops on the design of this building and getting it up and going and what the needs were. Serious discussion on building this building came about as a result of Glenn Dagner and the Glenn Dagner Trust that was given to the Steele County Historical Society. It was done in a manner that it's sustaining funds. So when that happened, the society then had a steady source of revenue coming in that we could meet staff expenses, all the other expenses for maintenance and ongoing. So the Dagner Trust was really the confidence builders to get us started. And with that, we began to meet in the Sacred Church. The first meeting was kind of a committee, and then as committees go, committees. And the second meeting then was a discussion on a couple things. We needed to know, where's this going to go? We're going to put it in the village? Does it need to be remotely? What are the pros and cons of that? And then if we're talking about a building, it's really not the building that we're building, it's to solve a need. What are the real needs? Why are we building this building? If we're just building a building, it's a frugal attempt and it's not going to succeed. So we talked about what those needs were. The third meeting, a gentleman showed up, asked for time to talk to us a little bit about, and at that point, Chad Lang stood up and said on behalf of his mom and dad, I would challenge you, they would put in $1 million if you can raise $1 million the next 4 years to match it. So with that, I'd like to introduce Chad Lang.
Hi, this is Barry Gillespie, president of ERA Gillespie Real Estate, where our pledge is to save you money, save you time, and simplify your life. And we're proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Rick Smith, Golf Course Superintendent of the Brooktree Golf Course. Brooktree is an 18-hole championship golf course featuring well-manicured greens, tees, and fairways. We are open to the public. I challenge you to find a better maintained golf course for the money we charge here at Brooktree. Come on out and play Brooktree, a great golf course.
Mayo Clinic Health System in Owatonna, in partnership with Hy-Vee, Owatonna Hospital, Owatonna Park and Rec, Youth First, and local businesses encourage you to join the 2012 On the Move Community Walking Program. The program will kick off on April 17th at 6 o'clock at Mineral Springs Park and runs through May 21st. Our goal is to walk around the globe with the final destination of London, England, the home of the 2012 Olympics. The program is simple. Simply call in your steps on Monday mornings at On the Move at mayo.edu. Track your steps throughout the weeks, and we'll look forward to seeing you on May 21st at the celebration. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Amy Swain of Amy Swain Hearing Centers. I know that buying a hearing aid can be confusing and difficult. My job is to make that easier for you. With 18 years of experience with many different brands of hearing instruments, I can help you make the best choice. Remember, when purchasing a hearing aid, you are entitled to a trial period, and during that trial period, if you are not satisfied, then you can try a different brand or style. At Amy Swain Hearing Centers of Owatonna, Austin, and Waseca, we believe you deserve to hear better.
Welcome back, and thanks again for joining us on this Monday, April 30th. Wasn't that fun to watch the ribbon cutting, or the ribbon trying to be cut at the History Center in any case, and what a great celebration. As we mentioned, back in studio now for Centro Campesino and Cinco de Mayo, and we have with us Ruth Torres. How are you, Ruth?
Good, thank you.
Can we find out a little bit about you first before we start talking about Centro Campesino? Are you from the area originally, or a transplant here?
A transplant.
Okay.
I've just been here a couple years now.
Okay.
So, and
Where are you
Centro
originally
Campesino
from?
brought me over from the Rochester area.
Okay.
So pretty close.
Not too far.
Yep.
Southern Minnesota in
So I
any
know
case.
the area.
So, okay. Well, we're glad to have you here.
Thank you.
And before we've got a great celebration coming up, of course, Cinco de Mayo, which a lot of people are familiar with in any case because they hear it a lot, but we're going to be talking about our own celebration. But your role with Centro Campesino is what?
Well, I work in development at Centro Campesino, so I help with fundraising and with grant writing and trying to bring in some money for the organization.
No small task.
So, yeah. So some of the things that we do to do that is to have special events like Cinco de Mayo.
Okay. And the purpose of Centro Campesino, if you can, in a nutshell, it's probably much more broad than we'd be able to cover here in a minute or so, but if you can kind of explain to our viewers again, if they are not aware, what it's all about.
Well, Centro Campesino was incorporated in 2000, so we've been here for over 10 years, and the organization does focus on helping Latinos in the area, both immigrant and migrant Latinos. And we help them basically through 3 different programs. We have a youth and college access program, a health promotion program, and then we also have like a justice and empowerment for Latinos program.
Okay. And how far-reaching is it just in Steele County, or does it go?
We try to reach all of southern Minnesota.
Okay.
And so we have people kind of from all over, and we are a membership-based organization, so we have members from all over too.
Okay, very good. And you're located where?
And we're located right here in Owatonna.
Right downtown Owatonna, in the big kind of historic building right there on, what are we on, Hoffman Drive at that point, before the street?
Oak.
It's on Oak, okay. So if people need to find out more about that, so when I know we've got contact information that we'll probably put up later for you too. So, but a big celebration, of course, in the Latino culture is Cinco de Mayo, and that simply means May 5th, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And the reason for Cinco de Mayo?
Well, it's it's just like I said, it's a celebration that we do as part of the organization to both, celebrate the Latino culture within Owatonna, and also to help us raise some money, specifically this year for a Latino Scholarship Fund.
Okay, so this is going to be going on, and now sometimes it doesn't fall exactly on the day of Cinco de Mayo because it's usually planned for a weekend, but in this case it does, so it's this upcoming Saturday, May 5th.
Yes.
And it will be where and when?
It will be at the Central Park right here in Owatonna, and it will be from noon to 6.
Okay, and what kinds of things can we expect to see?
Well, we're going to have live music like we've had in the past. We're going to have about 5 bands, and then we're also going to have some dancing entertainment. The Aztec dancers will be there as well.
Okay.
And then, because it is such a family-centered event, we will also have different activities for the kids going on. We do have a student group that was organized this year to help plan for those activities.
Okay.
So they will be, directly helping raise money for the scholarship fund through our inflatable jumpers for the kids.
We were trying to think about what to call them. She said, jumpers, do you think? And I said, I call them inflatable bouncy things. But in any case, I think we all know what those are, where they get to play.
Yeah, jump around.
Get all their bugs out, yes.
Yep, and then we'll also be doing some face painting and some fun hair color spray, and so just some different things for the kids to participate in. And of course we'll have the food, which is always very good, and some different product vendors selling different fun things for kids and stuff too.
Okay, and all kind of based around the Latino culture. So this is certainly for those who are of the Latino culture here in the area, but it's a great event. Everyone and anyone is welcome, community. Correct?
Right, correct. Yep.
Because you maybe get to learn a little something you didn't know, maybe get to hear some really fun music that you like, that you didn't know you liked, or the, like you said, the Aztec dancers or something. Exactly. What are some of the foods being offered? Do you know any of the vendors that are going to be there? We don't mean to miss anybody either, but just some examples.
Well, we have a few, they're identified as taco trucks when they come up, but they have, a variety of different foods, so hopefully some tacos and some tamales and some different traditional foods, some juices, and so it should be a good mix of different foods.
Well, you mentioned a student committee, and I know it was our hope to maybe have a couple of those students here to talk about their role and involvement in it, but it sounds like they've been very active. The student committee is it always exists at Centro Campesino? Are they always in action doing something?
Yeah, we do have youth always coming into Centro Campesino to help with different events and different things going on. And most of them do partake in our college access program, where we help prepare them for college and get them kind of set up to go and expose them to college. So.
And what age group is involved in the student committee?
And that's typically grades 9 through 12.
Okay, so it's very much that high school focused and, like you said, leading into college.
Yep.
Let's talk then a little bit about the money raised and where it goes to. Just in general to Centro Campesino, but
correct.
Certainly to support the scholarships. And let's talk a little bit about that program if we can.
Sure, yeah. So the different events that the students have come up with, that money will be going directly to our scholarship fund, and that is set up to help support Latinos in the area attend college.
Okay.
So basically any Latino student in the area can apply for the scholarship, and we try to give out, depending on how much money we raise, we try to give out between 5 to 8 different scholarships every year. So
okay, and what are the criteria?
Basically that they are attending college and that they're Latino. So,
okay. So other than that, there's not a whole lot of other criteria that they need to go through?
We have a student panel that goes through the applications and helps decide, who should receive the scholarship.
Are there some actually being decided on this year? Is there scholarships going out?
So this fall we'll, depending on the money we raise, then we'll distribute again this fall as well.
Oh, okay, so they're not being decided at this time, or the applications aren't in? You look for your fundraising right now, and then your scholarships, because so many of them.
And then we'll distribute.
Okay, and that's a little bit different, so we want people to make note of that. If you know somebody who might benefit from one of the scholarships, a lot of our scholarship programs are happening right now. They award them at the end of the year to go forward. Yours is a little bit different again because you're waiting for those funds to see how much you have to come in. So again, they would want to get a hold of you and check that out. If, there's another aspect that we want to mention here again, because it's on a Saturday and because the celebration can continue. We've got from noon to 6 in Central Park, but then later on, kind of the should we call it adult? Action, I guess more adult, probably into the evening, but there's a Cinco de Mayo dance then too.
Yeah, so the new Campestre Grill, the Plaza Marina, the new location in town, is helping us host a dance.
Okay.
And so those proceeds will also go to the scholarship fund as well. And that dance goes from 10 p.m. to 1 a.m.
Okay.
So that'll be fun too. They're bringing in a great music group for that as well. And so that'll be a good time. Well,
that was one of their goals in setting up that restaurant. I know we were out there interviewing them, was to provide a place for music and entertainment, and obviously it lends itself very well to an event like this, so they can pack in a bunch of people. And is there a cover charge then on that in order to raise the funds? Okay.
Yep. I believe it's $15 for men and $10 for women.
Okay. So come on out and enjoy something really great to eat and have a fun time dancing and support Centro Campesino and their scholarship program and everything else. So as your year goes further into 2012 here, what are you most closely working on, Ruth?
Well, just kind of...
Besides this event.
Just, different fundraising things we do, an ad book, and we do calendars. And
grant writing is no small feat either, is it? Where did you get the experience to do that?
I was actually trained right within Centro to do that.
Really?
So,
Okay. I know that can be quite a process for large and small grants. There's a lot of things that have to be done just the right way. Well, we appreciate your passion and dedication and your work within Centro Campesino, and it certainly sounds like it's going to be a fun activity. Again, coming up this Saturday at Central Park from noon to 6, and then go ahead and maybe get the kids tucked away with a babysitter if you want, and come out and enjoy the dance then at Plaza Marina. I'm going to have you say the name again, how they pronounce it.
The Campestre Grill.
Campestre Grill. I knew I would say it incorrectly, on the north end of town, for some music. And all of this goes to help Centro Campesino do what they do, and specifically to help the scholarship committee. So good for you. And we're going to give kudos to, even though we don't have those students here, good for them for helping to put that together. One and all are invited, Latino community and anyone who wants to be there. Oh, we forgot to mention, I think you're going to have Safe and Drug Free Coalition there too. I just saw my little note.
We have 3 major sponsors. We have the Bremer Bank, the Steele County Safe and Drug Free Coalition, and Gloria Eden Law.
Well, we wanted to get those in there too. So just in time, Ruth, thank you very much and have a great and fun event.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break for our supporters and we'll be back to wrap up.
Hi, I'm Molly Tichenal, manager and personal trainer at Snap Fitness, your 24-hour fitness solution. Snap Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hello, I'm Shawn McNulty with the Sterling House Assisted Living, a part of Brookdale Senior Living. Our mission is to enrich the lives of those we serve with compassion, respect, excellence, and integrity. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Jan Hansen, and I am at A+ So and Back, the fun place to be. We are proud supporters of the Owatonna Today Show.
So Tess, tell me again what your plans are for prom night?
Well, first I'm going to go over to Jess's house to get ready, and then we're going to go out to dinner. And then we'll do the grand march and dance, and then go to after prom. Jess's parents will pick us up, and I'll sleep over at her house. I should be home by 11 o'clock on Sunday.
Okay, great. Since you're going to be getting ready over there, you're going to want to make sure that you don't
Mom would
forget
freak
anything
if she
here
knew
at home,
we were
so you
really
might
going
even
over
wanna
to
make a
Jess's
list
house
ahead
after
of
the grand
time.
march to party,
All your
since her
hair
parents aren't
stuff,
home.
if you're gonna be
The guys are
putting
bringing
together,
beer and some really good weed.
all the
We're going to have a
utensils in
blast.
for that, and make sure. I think it's really great that Jess's parents are doing this. You know, I haven't talked to her mom yet, so I want to make sure that she's going to be there. I think I'll just give her a quick call, see if she needs any help with anything.
Oh, don't worry about it. I've already talked to Jess, and we've got it all planned out, and I'm sure she's really busy planning everything and making sure she has everything she needs, so I wouldn't worry about it. You don't need to give her a call.
Well, I'm not worried about it, but I want to offer a hand if I can give her a hand, so I'm going to give her a call.
Oh, okay.
And let's wrap it up on this Monday, April 30th, with a few announcements. Just in case you're seeing this in time, do remember that there's a Rain Garden Cost Share Program class going on through community education and also through our city stormwater department. That will be this evening, April 30th, from 6:30 to 8:30. So again, if you're seeing this now, contact Matt Durand at the city or community education, see if you can still take part in that. The Owatonna Chamber of Commerce and Tourism is awarding the 2012 Tourism Award to Max Ronglin State School Orphanage Museum. That will be tomorrow, Tuesday, May 1st, at a reception held at the Owatonna Arts Center from 2 to 4. After retiring from Federated Insurance, of course, Maxine Ronglin and her husband Harvey began the campaign to restore the history of West Hills in the early 1990s. Harvey, of course, as many of you know, was an orphan at the institution for 11 years, and he has not only offered a wealth of information, but was also truly passionate about restoring the state school. Both of them were. However, as Harvey states, he is half of a pair of scissors without Maxine, the organizing force, and so she will be acknowledged tomorrow. Congratulations. The 9th Annual Steele County Free Senior and Caregiver Expo is going on this coming Wednesday, May 2nd, from 11 o'clock to 5 o'clock in the Four Seasons Center at the Steele County Fairgrounds. We had them on last week, talking about all those great demonstrations and information going on a schedule throughout the course of the day. Give them a call if you'd like more information. And of course, vendors and things, blood pressure checks, and all sorts of great things for you, filling up the Four Seasons Center. And that, of course, is going on this Wednesday. For questions, please call Senior Place at 444-4280, and they'll be happy to offer you more information. Steele County's Household Hazardous Waste Facility opens for the season this Thursday, May 3rd, so keep that in mind if you're going to be using that. Steele County Historical Society is offering new children's programming, hosting a children's tour on Thursdays beginning this week on May 3rd. So History Center's up and running, and they, of course, are raring to go. You can call them for more information. Those of you that might have been or are preparing for the Nancy A. Schroet Memorial Scholarship, that is in honor of course, of Nancy. That deadline, if you've been getting ready for that, is coming up this Friday, May 4th, so you want to make sure you get that completed and turned in on time. We will hope you join us on Wednesday when we'll be talking about the Owatonna Arts Center Spring Luncheon and the Steele County Public Health Program Towards Zero Deaths. Have a great day. We'll see you on Wednesday.